recording stops this time or not. EDG on defense, G2 on attack, 3-1 pistols, I'm pretty sure.
That fakes the fact that EDG are taking short control. We can see not the case.
G2 are right up behind it now. Up and over. Wingman going to be escorted in through the side. A bit of spam into the smoke. Makes Simon think twice. He could have potentially denied the plan there, but it's going to go down into the next.
That's really good work. Spam into that smoke stops the plant denial. This map, the A site, all about plant denial.
And dude, the smoke to stop. Hey, that's sick. Again, they can take the map control back because of the smoke and the nades. Well. That's a really good reaction from G2 at the moment.
They're going to be setting their sights now over towards the forward section. See if they can take the fight through with the flashes and heads are turning, facing away.
Hey, Icy did incredibly well this whole time.
Every position, leaving G2 the last one left. Do so much here, but I see what they're running.
That was a sick round from him.
Shuts him down.
A nade to make sure they can't get the space off the mosh. Perfect. That smoke, not bad as well. Do you reckon they just always retake heavy over towards lamps, so they just use a lot of util here?
A lot of utility pressure. Perfectly timed raise nade to keep back and keep lamps control. Came around swinging through smokes, confident the whole time. He's here to play. You get Icy online, and it turns G2 from being a team that's very scary, looking to make deep runs in tournaments. Actually, I think to potential tournament winners. Like, it makes that level of a
I agree with that.
For them. At the moment, of course, still being pressured hard by EDG.
Dude, this is what I wanted Lev to do on Sunset. 1-3-1 and 3 as soon as you hear info.
All of the heavy
We just rotate.
Well. Oh, they are fully aware.
Yeah, they're so good at the moment of just a pure spam. Spam here, first round, spam here, second round.
Spawn for this round as well to see if they could just react to the noise cues sent their way. Now here's the danger zone for EDG. G2 getting into positions as well with his ults being earned up. Icy's 3 away from his showstopper into this. They want to be hopefully empowering him, setting him up to try and get these kills. Trent's the one though, taking them all away. Leading it forwards here with a 3-piece, so flawless.
Trent, one away from his ult as well, so everyone's to be talking about orbs at the moment. Should be a easy bonus.
This is massively dangerous for
at least plan for. And now they got some options. Like when everyone's heavy focused over towards here, you can definitely send it up short. I've seen a couple of teams do that. Like everyone's so focused that you're one away from your ult that focused on the sides. Normally, this area and this area becomes relatively free on this.
Sometimes happens for G2's previous games.
What are we doing? What are we going for? Outlaw on Leaf.
Looking like Trent's going to be playing
1, 2, 3 people.
Just to reinforce Icy's position to start with, but could play for an ult orb later on in the round.
A bonus round with potentially a bit of bite behind it.
I feel like we're actually noticing less and less teams go for that obvious run towards an ult orb at the start of the round. It's just too predictable for the defenders to think about. So you get rounds like this where there's a bit more of a default. No immediate lunge for that micro objective. And then they'll try to grab it later on or maybe even play for post plants.
And now they know about the Outlaw.
Of course, if Trent gets that spike down with Wingman, he'll have the Thrash as well.
And the Prowler pressure just connecting onto Leaf a little bit prior will keep a lot of these EDG players tethered to the spot over towards the A side here. Nobody looking for that info, just slight jiggle. Mosh now be utilized to try and push them back and away, but it's one less tool really to stall out potential attack. That's why Chi-Chu's holding on to this. That's the second wave of things with the boombot. Triggered out. Mosh pit now up and over.
Okay.
That's incredible awareness. Just knowing that Chi-Chu was going to be placed up into that spot, but the Thrash earned from that kill.
So 4 people TP. How heavy do they focus on this one guy?
Shark indeed, clearing most of the way, but not clearing the pocket. But Simon spotted.
Dude, the tag that was solid, man. That was so good from Leaf. Wait, he got.
Smoggy has made the most of this. It's a 3-piece.
Oh my god, bro!
And everybody falls from G2. In the blink of an eye.
That round sums up.
It was looking so good for G2.
Versus the
3v5 over towards site, and then he just does this.
Beautiful G2 calling, 5 people rotating around the map perfectly, or one little smoggy boy. it's smoggy.
It definitely was in this instance. He has not slowed down, has he? That momentum. Not just from the last 2 maps, the previous series as well.
Kento 1704, 25 months, man. Appreciate all of that.
I mean, the macro
movement
around the map was beautiful. Came up towards B long, got the opening kill, rotate through the teleport, huge pressure through showers, trade out the player pocket even. I don't think the G2 should be too disheartened by that. And they've done a little bit of economy damage. It's not a huge amount. Light armor on a couple, Bulldog on one. It's a fairly even round here in round 4. But Icy is one away from Showstopper. He's currently, though, the only player B-Long.
The money's really good. 2-4 loss bonus on this. They could buy up.
That's an accidental TP. Kanga's just sidestepped.
Yeah, wait, he misstepped, right? He TPs out. They actually wanted to punish this with a flash.
A bit of a bait and switch setup.
But now he's here early for the hit. Wait, what's going on? It's such a weird round.
Icy, I don't think has even realized how lucky he just got.
Like the accidental TP, even though they don't get the first kill, it doesn't mean that they have numbers here. He go back now?
And all because of that. I mean, Icy's picked up the orb. He's got his ult, the repeat, and reposition.
That's great info, though. 2 people walking back, you know that.
Surely you don't use the mosh pit. Surely you don't overheat. Man, you got to get out of there. Mosh still being held down.
Yeah, he's baiting in this guy pretty well, though.
Going to be trying to lock this down onto one of the angles here. There's a showstopper that is exchanged onto either side.
And Kang did really good to take down Icy. Nobody on low HP. We've got 20 seconds on this one. We still have the we still have the molly from Smoggy that goes out over towards default. Should out wingman. Yeah.
Takes a molly to the face, yet still Smoggy defends up and over. 12 seconds left. Orbital strike. It's all toppling now, and the spike has to be planted. Defense is necessary. Valen needs to be held all the way through. Is the last one left. Swung through and out.
Wait, that's a big round, bro. A nice shot on the first guy as well. 3 people that can't buy after this. That is huge. Huge from Valen.
So close.
Yeah, we've had some big hero plays at the moment. Icy on pistol did so much. Valen here.
Run of it still.
Yeah, the most impactful round so far.
Side, going 1-for-1 with the raise. They were ready to fight. Why did they not swing Valen immediately as soon as they heard the plant go down? I don't understand that element of it. A bit of miscoordination there between, I believe it was Chishu and Smoggy.
I mean, the spacing was just slightly off. One was going back.
Right here. EDG's money. Sent toppling. Back down to the weaker by G2 again. That's that danger. This composition.
And it was looking kind of done for G2 there, timing-wise.
But they failed. And so G2 have just found this area of the map for free, basically every round. The one round where they should have been contested, the execution was fumbled. Now, B-Long control, ult up taken, Seeker's out.
Here comes the snowball, potentially for the kill going whiffy all over the place there.
How is this the duel? How's everyone alive? How have we taken 1 bullet for Chi-Chu? No way, and that means that he gets that kill.
The rest of his team, though, needs
to we get the flood smoke. A lot of teams been doing this.
Nobody could be creeping forwards into this one, yes.
Smokes, you can
with the spike planted, Icy makes sure his rifle well trained onto that spot here, so the retake from Simon and Smoggy.
Keep an eye on Trent. And kills here for Trent, pretty important. 2 away from
Trent,
all.
By the way, 2 away from his 2nd thrash. We're only in round 5.
It's just insane. If you get the ball rolling with this composition, you cannot be stopped. You can just keep snowballing.
Yeah, the ults are just so strong.
Ult orbs into plants. And then ults themselves into the XX. Very difficult to stop.
And look at that. Trent comes in to steal the kill. That's perfect. Gets another one.
Leaf's baiting it. Leaf's baiting it. He's trying to get Trent to kill here. This is just min-maxing to the utmost. But okay,
but they did enough.
Put Simon out
they got
of
him. They got him 1 away.
Now. So the round differential here for G2.
And EDG can't figure out these timings of when they need to be fighting over certain areas of the map.
Makes a lot of sense. 4-1 down.
Of course, that was
1 away from Official. You're 1 away from a lot of ults at the moment. 3 people that are 1 away. Everyone's talking about the ults again.
I know that they had a close round there. Came down to Valen against against Smoggy. And Smoggy, of course, with that fantastic round where he gets a 4K. But these are rounds built on more of the individual than they are of the game plan, the macro, the team. These things that are going to be more consistent. EDG, though, are also getting close to their first big ult cycle. 1 away from Pit, 1 away from Showstopper. Being 1 away from Pit, though, sucks. Because you're thinking about, well, I'd love it for this round. This is the round where we actually have rifles.
No way to get it.
No, what are you going to do? The Viper pushes showers to get the ult orb and then hits. It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
They could, however, do something similar with Kangkang. They could try to double fight.
7 orbs and 2 usages.
Strategy that we see quite a lot of teams.
It's a crazy strong ult. It's only it only looks this good because of pro play and it's like organized though. That's the issue.
If they're doing an 8 leading default.
EDG spotting same weaknesses, I think, as well when I was doing a lot of the prep legwork heading in their fine composition when they get ahead of themselves. I think with the B defense, What I'm noticing as well, a lot of teams, I think, when they catch contact on B-long seeing players, they'll save the mosh pit. They won't end up using it. They're just back.
Oh, okay. Most of this timeout would have been spent talking about
you're
orb.
seeing nobody just kind of rush into things. He uses the
G2,
mosh pit early, and it
to
leaves
protect
him with one less molly to use to try and
this.
stall out an exec that might be occurring.
Another big thing is that Chishu is always throwing his Viper Orb over towards A. He's not using it for B long. So they kind of need that mosh.
Yeah.
Or at least they feel like they do.
Otherwise, the pressure's too overwhelming. Now they've
Like
at
this.
least offset it here
Smoke.
with deep smoke.
Flash.
He's going to drop that one down defensively.
And they're
Have
trying
flash
to get
the
good
kills and
information
no
on
one's
both
there.
edges of the map where both the ult orbs are. But I feel like Simon's getting baited in here. G2 deliberately giving him bad information.
Pretty good as
Well,
well.
off,
Flash
they're expecting some
before the
kind of
smoke
push.
goes down,
G2
just to
looking
feel
to
that they're like
control that.
behind it and no one's pushed all the way through.
Trent doesn't
And
need
like
the ult orb,
actually
remember? A post-plant thrash would also be
worked
great
out
if
that it's
Wingman
fake
can plant.
pressure. So question
G2
mark
now grouping up,
created.
looking like they want to set themselves
This is interesting though.
up into the exec.
Kang is the player to watch.
4 people
He's
on
got
A.
nade for plant denial. He's got ult for plant denial. Or a kill.
Full piece of kit here. Flashed up though,
That
blinded.
incredible
It's gonna
nade,
be
man.
rebounding, ricocheting. Here's the
Oh,
ult shot
God.
stopper. Back wall.
Bro, there was
with
one
no
point there where I
targets.
thought it
No
could have got
casualty.
3.
As a result, through the wall, spam down, Haunt reveals, up onto the leaf, putting that pressure down. Vulnerable is excellent and good, but he still needs some extra elements to help him out entirely. He is being pressured, overwhelmed, taken out. Coverage there from the lamp
3v5
position,
at
but
his
EDG
peak.
have control of showers, and now
Boy,
evacuation.
just
Trent,
caught
though,
him on
not
this.
so lucky.
Yeah, and
We drop
Chichu's
from
been here the
behind.
whole time.
Chichu was saving this one, a
Can't
snake
do
bite for a
too much
rainy
here.
day with the wall still up. Bullets are excellent. Damage through the wall. Taking those timings, but he can hear it. Scuttling, scurrying across the sand. Icy wins that
Hold up.
fight. Jonah B
Hold up.
covering it all. You cannot be squandering this.
Oh,
no
he
way.
missed his jump,
Simon
bro.
will close it out
He
anyway.
hit his head.
So
Simon
many of these
1v2.
rounds are coming down.
Yeah, we
to
had a
fine
1v2
margins.
here, we
That
had a
is
1v2
not one
here.
of them that I thought would go
I
like
tell you
that.
what though, in the 4v2
EDG
to make
look
this so
utterly in
close.
control. And they do close it out. Credit to Simon.
Did he get tethered?
Newer player
Oh,
stepping up.
okay.
His first
Is
time
that
on the
why he
big
hit his
stage.
head?
Still delivering. But he had to go and play that one a little silly, didn't he? To put the pressure on the Leaf so that they could focus
Oh,
elsewhere.
okay, yeah.
You see Chishu's reaction.
Dude, that's a
EDG,
nice
though, one of the
seize. Did he
reasons
do
that
it over the
worked
top
is They've
there?
got the plant denial working on A. They had nade. They had the molly actually coming out from Smoggy.
That was sick.
Gotta be
Smoggy
worried
hasn't
about
even
this.
bought molly this round.
Yeah, not quite.
Yeah, so
Rushed
maybe
to
kind of
use.
panicked a little bit
Clears
there.
the
I
way,
guess
paves the way
if
in
you
for an
siege, you have to keep
exec.
your gun out. But he had like 10 seconds
Got
left.
2 alongside that. I mean, Showers has been fully disrespected. Sees up and over. Man, not worried about that one, but the
Oh.
nade. Icy's got to be concerned. Satchel and around.
Again.
Bit of bungee cord in play. Will survive. And the plant's down crucially here for G2 now, but the second wave of things ready.
5
Prime.
people here for
Simon
EDG.
scatters it. Forwards now with a nightfall.
Got 4 people
Thrash
that can't
wave
buy
2.
if they lose
Able
this.
To push them back in a way.
Got 2
It's a
people that can't buy
cacophony
if they
of
lose this
util.
one.
It's the mosh pit and
Boom.
nobody that gets that first kill advantage. Leaf damage done again through the wall of the pit to just try and play EDG right back into this
Whoa,
one
whoa,
again.
whoa,
But the
that was
bodies
high
are top
HP.
lane players are falling. EDG cannot hold a candle right now to the rightful play and work right through
What
Leaf.
is going
Even
on?
with the pressure, he's overcoming it
What
all.
is
and
going
they all
on?
are falling. G2
Dude, no, EDG,
chokehold.
man.
onto that A post plant.
Why did they play it
Not
like
letting
this?
EDG in.
No plant denial for EDG. No showers control for the Chinese squad either. And so G2 are just able to
Oh,
run
the
in
money's
down
in the
short,
bin.
have perfect post-plant positioning. Valen sat back with a molly, 1 away from the orbital strike. I mean, how are these players supposed to retake when they don't have a stable area with which to
No,
play
look
from?
at them though. Look
Yeah, that is a bit
what
lucky.
they're doing.
My movement is giving them.
Okay.
I was waiting to see if we caught the thing that his movement was giving them.
A lot of trouble, I think. Couldn't clear him out of that corner. Walkabouts for Chichu. This guy, he's a demon with the sheriff in his hand, especially when Kang's there to help him out right from the side. Shot fired. This will force potentially a pace increase out from G2, but instead, again, they cut the noise. Bit of discipline here. Just the
Only.
slightest of pause, enough for them to full rotate out through the TP. Seekers as well.
Yeah, I mean, Seekers is incredible
Into an
here.
open sight.
Seekers just means they don't have to worry about anything.
And already push it in through the spawn, I see. He's taking liberties with it. Kang's a danger man with that rifle in play, and with him
It's his ult
toppled
as well.
and dropped. No more towards it.
And we got one big
down
buy
for the
round
ace.
after this,
Simon
and they're
is
going to have 2 of
miles
the better
away.
ults.
I don't think Icy's getting this one.
This is
although
pretty dominant at the moment. They're wrecking
if
them.
Simon did go through showers, you'd have to cut out the middle to make a clip out of it, wouldn't you? But but certainly a different energy in here for G2. And mirroring a lot of their previous rounds, here it comes.
Yeah, will we see it? Time ticking away, Simon's cutting it up close, he denies. It's a funny moment.
He's got really nice shots though.
Not funny for Simon. Not funny for EDG. As every round ticks up.
The damage does matter. We've had some really close rounds.
Voice in the back of their heads thinking, should have closed it on Haven. Yeah. Had the chances on Haven.
The missed opportunities.
Could have been a 2-0. I mean, look at the aggression that they're going for here. This is how you get into spots where G2 steamroll on map 3s. 6-0 in the last 3 months when it comes to the final map of a BO3. Icy has run away with it. He's 13-5. And like we were talking about, the ult cycle has never stopped. No. It's a runaway train.
Just keeps generating.
They do always have something. Machine. They've always got an ult.
I've seen those.
It's one of these things that is just like incredible. When you have these comps that just have like unbelievable ults.
Clear.
Oh, strong.
Can hear the
like I mean, it's the EG. The real first comp we saw of it was the EG Fracture, where it just felt like every single round they had some kind of ult.
G2 don't want any part of it though. Instead, now moving over towards the A site, feeling content that they may have just pulled rotations.
It feels so similar to that. Every single buy round right now, EDG are going up against an ult.
The showstopper looks to potentially open up the round. Opposite of
I mean, Smoggy's dead here.
Through the smoke, and Smoggy is no more. Leaf potentially hearing that sound.
Yeah, and this was so nice as well. Just
noise being made.
Valen just makes some footsteps.
Back to the world.
And then Trent farming up, getting close to his ult. One more here.
Gotta save these rifles. There's no more money left to play with.
I'm fine with Trent just dueling.
But also EDG looking like they don't have a plan.
Yeah,
and honestly running out of a bit of hope as well. You can tell in the way that G2 are playing, they know they've got this.
Yeah.
They can feel the wind coming towards them. They're outplaying EDG, running circles
Need to save
them.
the guns, and he's here.
Positioning, but nobody comes out on top.
We
need to see something, maybe from an individual like Smoggy's 4K earlier, that re-energizes EDG and gets them back into the game. Either that or some kind of tack timeout to get a strategic change on things. They just haven't been able to stop the plants from going down. It feels like G2 are constantly in these spots where EDG are backpedaling and having to make, solo plays like here where Simon just gets caught alone in showers.
More smiles on a G2 players make you feel it.
Something was crazy funny.
A turn even in some of the replays we were looking at towards the end of Haven. You wouldn't think that's a team being pressured. The potential of losing the series, but
yeah,
I can see why taking it one round at a time. Worked out nicely, and EDG, there's no timeout called.
So hard for them.
Talking it through in that short amount of time as well.
These two combo insanely well.
Stimmy, Satchel, Flash as well, sets up Icy.
Good nade.
Nicely, and a nade is nice.
It's Ever, but they dodge it. Yeah, it's a little bit off. You can see it's just not as strong on this map. We have a Tether here, we have a nade that goes into the corner.
There is a Brimalt on the other side.
Contact refight, I want to get ahead of most of this already, but do they have the weapons for the job?
The shots just aren't as clean as we've seen from other maps here from EDG.
Cheeky play, and a nice one.
I can just see like how comfortable they feel. Even Icebox look more comfortable in this.
Again choked out.
Another round that they basically have no chance in. It would take something momentous from Kangkang. He's found a timing.
He slipped past. Leaf is down, and so is the pit, but Valen's immediately there to respond in through the back of the site. Leave it just down to Simon. It's been good for the clutches in the past. Newcomer to the roster. This is too much to do. Sheriff in hand. It'd have to be an improbable and impossible play, and he knows it. Once over, doesn't even spot him. Doubled up, discipline, 1 HP and a dream, but it's an 8th round for G2.
And a nightmare for EDG. If we get some of that aggression though, coming out from them when they have rifles in hand,
we've got double Fischl, double Brimalt.
End up being the key. They did find quite a nice timing there. I'm not sure that G2 were ready for that timing necessarily, but without rifles in the hands of Edward Gaming, the G2 players were just able to react in that spot and win the fights anyway.
Dude, sorry, Nate. I actually don't know how, bro. Okay, Jacob's 15-5.
And that is so true. Icy taking over, 15-5. It's easy to play when you've got a star player putting out performances like that. And we were expecting it from the other side on Kangkang.
This is the adjustment that EDG are going for. Any signs of the util as a C is being held? Kangkang's there with a showstopper.
I like this from G2.
Anytime you have
Just
ult
playing
like this,
passive,
there's a deep smoke,
especially
it
with
also
this
looks
stuff.
like a sand crunch.
Like to go aggro sometimes with
As Valen's reading into this round, he's
Razor.
thinking short's dangerous, sand's dangerous.
Waits it out though. Prowler catches it. Trailblazer alongside the boombot to seize and a nade. Again, at least the seize is good, but the nade just a little bit too deep. Banks it off to the side now. Reposition from EDG. They want to try and take up that shower's control.
Kangkang?
Kangkang's still there. Has the ult waiting at the minute mark, but there's no signs from G2.
Waiting for the tap of the spike, as we can see, minimap-wise.
Direction and nobody, a lot is asked of him. Orbital strike through the back.
This was really good from EDG though. This reaction was great.
In and out through.
All to make sure they can't actually take any space with the official, and then we just have this guy not having to worry about the timing behind. Like their best round so far, just because of the timing of the Brim ult.
Thrash has already been picked up, right? Trent, I think, has it.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So this is going to be the repop.
Wait for the second wave now. Straight through, up and over, not broken, but the timing taken across it. It's rifles in hand.
This was
Nobody
interesting. Use the.
I've
never really seen that.
TP might have touched down enough still. 15 seconds. Nobody not clear, but eventually is.
Hey guys, please win this round. Guys, don't lose like this.
They stretch it to the finest of details.
Don't lose like this.
And Simon again asked to do so damn much. No crossfire setup, but you know, as soon as Valen has taken that contact,
that's so devastating.
From Trent, it has to be a miracle. It will not be the case. A 9th round for G2.
Oh, they're getting slaughtered, man.
It's amazing the way that G2 are able to recover these situations.
It's amazing how they can win that round. They should never, ever, ever be able to win that round.
Kangkang is coming through behind them with a showstopper as well.
Can't believe it.
Valen's kill, when he comes back through this one here onto nobody, absolutely crucial. If they get locked out of the choke point there, if that solo player B long,
you can give it, man. You had an absolute round.
EDG have won the round.
Stay focused on us. Make the
Double operator coming out for G2 here on the attack side, just hoping that EDG overstep themselves, get desperate, and they have. Yeah, immediately.
Straight into the trap. Leaf is there waiting. Thrash to try and set up some sort of crunching through the angles. Horn's going to be revealed. Leaf squares up to it, takes the challenge. Trailblazer forwards, but way ahead of it. Jonah P had no one else to play off of here. EDG might have at least carved their way a path back into this round.
POV.
Thrash round 2, Chichu with the push. It's all putting the squeeze onto these G2 players into a 2v3. Chaos sowed. It's not over yet. The job's not finished. Hearing all sorts of sound and heads. Not expecting it. I see.
How are they losing these rounds, man?
Incredibly winnable.
How are they losing these rounds?
Drop down to just 5. How 50 seconds.
It's so devastating. I can't even imagine how the coach of EDG feels at the moment. It's been mental.
Round now. Will he catch it right from behind?
Okay, finally they get one.
A consolation round. EDG,
correct.
They get the 3rd one there. To finish up the half, potentially enough. But listen, it'd have to be a hell of a comeback mounted.
Desk was looking at their bingo card earlier on. They had a 9-3 curse in there, but G2 have just looked so heavily in control.
It'd be a hard ask indeed. We'll find out on the other side of this.
Let me mute this. 9-3 still doable. It's super doable, but like some of the rounds they're losing, not a great sign. Yeah, if G2 get this, so if G2 win this, we get 1 from each region. That's pretty sick. If we see madder comebacks, man. You gotta hit him with the if here.
3 scoreline sets them up.
Not a single first seed winning their group. Yeah, that is also true.
Series as well. Against EDG, don't get me wrong, they've been tested, pushed to the brink, but it's all about how you finish. And Bind here, I mean, G2 looking unstoppable right now.
Think about this tournament overall.
What do we have? EMEA third seed,
Ended up losing in group.
China third seed,
Yet, of course, but
Pacific second
Fnatic,
seed.
in my opinion, second favorites. They've also lost. I would have Heretics. Many of the community had Leviathan in that kind of spot, and also G2. A lot of these teams have looked shaky, and yes, G2 are getting pushed in these maps. But if this one ends dominantly, you gotta have your eyes on this squad as another one of those potential candidates to lift the trophy later on, to go on some kind of run.
That's the crazy thing about these big events, especially Champs, where it all culminates at the end of the year. G2, you can't exactly call them unlikely.
Oh, we got a reactive
horse,
pistol in this.
Potentially get that trophy, because they have been good in their own region.
And they were excellent in Shanghai too. They only ended up losing to those finalists. Let's see if EDG can get a pistol and make this one a game.
Grouped up now with a Dizzy, and the Haunt not being broken. Already Icy rebounds that nade. As soon as he hears the wingman, that will be the plan denied. From the plant, see if they've got a second wave of things here. If EDG just want to evacuate, grouped up, hesitation in their step, and now going to be making their moves over towards the B site. Should be open for the taking. Leaf gives up a lot of this space onto the off angle.
Yeah, and he was not ready for this guy to be so close.
Happy to take that fight now, but G2 not willing to slow down, but not
oh my god, Chichu just did so much here.
Wraparound.
Beautiful round from Chichu.
Spike planted.
Leaf was even anticipating that there was a lurk
4-2
happening over there.
is what we're looking at.
Pretty rare that EDG would go through the teleporter
pistols.
without having some info on the B side
On
of the
one
map.
for the last map.
The crosshair placement was not there, and Chichu cleaned up. Crispy round, lovely ghost aim.
Starts with the
EDG
pistol.
are going to have to win. Plenty of rounds here.
I mean, it had to.
Serious ult cycle to get back into this one. Have to showcase us that their attack is a lot better than their defense. But that's the first step. I think it would also have to come with somebody like Icy cooling off.
Yeah.
And individuals on EDG stepping up. Felt like at the beginning on Icebox, it was all those EDG players coming up with the big rounds, the 2Ks, the multi-kills.
And never being shut down for it.
Haven't really seen that.
No.
Dude, G2 always do this on their eco.
Every little efficiency.
Do a little double orb. The Trent, try to get that fish ult as fast as possible.
Trent's lucky to be alive.
Surprised Kankan didn't go for a spam here.
The goal in rounds like this, just stack as many
Would have had
ults
him.
on your players as you can, and then see if you can deny them on the other side too.
Yeah, definitely. Chichu was alone while taking that fight, even with the better weaponry. So the 1v2 in the favor of G2, even with Valen down to the single digits. Go button's called. Hard clear into the corner, just the shoulder peeking. And you're right. All the goals for the eco here of G2, just deny at the orbs.
I think they've done a good job. You're looking at the ults that are most likely to come online for EDG that could potentially start a comeback happening, and it's Thrash. That's the one that I always look at first. You just get it up so quickly. You're trading people out, you're getting spike plants all the time. You can go and pick up the ult orbs too while Wingman's planting. Generally, that Gecko ult is coming online super early. And nobody's not even halfway there yet.
What the?
Simon. That's a read.
He was so confident.
Okay.
What is that?
Really the only thing going wrong here for them.
Is that a crowd or is that a... Is there a little
also
gap in this
potentially
box
they
on the
were
left
looking
that I don't know
to again
about?
get that War Machine chugging like G2 managed to do on their own attack, but it's all
Committed
good.
so heavy.
Keep the rounds going.
He was so sure of it.
Yeah, it won't matter if EDG can find an individual to step up in this and carry them over the line. You know, somebody like Kangkang, who has the only real rifle out of the group. If he comes in here and hits some blinding entries, this is going to be a fight on showers. He's got his opportunity.
I want to go for this one. Valen, early smoke drop down. EDG are holding the util here. There's a nade, it's a prowler, it's all pressed forwards here. Now Icy is going to get squeezed. With the stimmy in play as well.
Yeah, double stinger.
Weaponry at short work onto the hold. G2 gonna find this one.
Okay.
Bit of a struggle. Mosh sent preemptively. I was trying to break that wingman.
The timing from G2 here is great. They are on top of it.
Most of this one, but with the horn broken, spam through the box as well. He's still alive.
Wait, I'm taking it that there was some
up.
spam there from Leaf. I hope
Bonus
he
round for
didn't
EDG.
all tank the molly
Looking converted,
in the,
looking good. Nobody
in the big buy round against the bonus.
the plan, prioritizing to try and get his ult online. Jonah P off from the flank now. Player positioning of these EDG a little bit separated. He's going to try and play that one together, and Smoggy will just isolate the fight himself, take matters into his own hands. So, these are exactly the type of steps that you need to see EDG taking
it
if
is.
they want to try and even up the
how you do the
scoreline.
comeback.
Yeah, if there was a path to a comeback, we're watching it. The run through with the stim beacon and the stinger ended up being massively important there. I was putting the attention on the Kankan, but he got traded out. Double kill for Simon. They death balled up, ran through showers, and Trent's positioning towards the
Early timeout. Everyone's sitting around
was riddled
3,000 for
with
G2.
bullets.
So is this a low buy?
No safe place to stand. It forces the timeout out of G2. Maybe a glimpse really into. There's not too much again you can read into tactics. We're only 3 rounds in onto the half.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can make some small read in terms of how grouped up they were on that side of the map. I think that was 4 players running through shower there.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty unusual way of playing. Possible that Josh RT wants his team to, pull back a bit, give showers control, play for plant denial, that kind of thing. When you watch the way that
Simon's doing
nobody
great.
uses his wingman, he
Util's
took
been good.
showers, and he just sent little bro
Aim's been really good.
wild escapade
A solo
towards
mission.
default.
Yeah.
Stuff like that can really mess up a round if you're thinking about post-plant positioning before plant goes down on buy. So there are some small things that they could maybe be reading into. And I don't mind an early timeout in this position where you're ahead and you're trying to stop the comeback from happening. Because the earlier you nip it in the bud,
Okay,
the
any
quicker you
stingers are
stop
out. Triple.
big things from snowballing out of control. And again, eyes, attention onto the Gecko
Where
ult.
are they?
Is this a showers crunch? It doesn't look like it.
No
from
one on the
G2.
receiving end. Yeah, G2. Normally you want a player to try and break this haunt.
Yeah, they're just
Okay,
looking to get the
EDG,
orbital strike online.
insta fade out.
Looking for plant denial.
100% sure that no one's facing it.
Here to the way that G2
And
are playing
group
their
up
defense.
over
It's key
towards
for
B.
every team, of course, but seems like we're going to see G2 trying to play a more passive look to the defending side. Focus on putting EDG in bad
Okay,
spots.
Sky Dog sees one. Do they rotate?
Creeping and crawling now over towards this B
Prowler
site.
goes in. Do they rotate?
B's up close here. Wants to try and take that fight. Bullets lay it down. Not enough for the kill.
Bro, that
though.
was so close to a
It's
double.
lot of
26 and
damage. Something
42.
enough for Trent, but
This eco's kind of scary
much
now.
with it. Just playing, peeking out of the smoke here. Found himself corner window of opportunity. EDG want to go over towards the A side now.
Yeah, I see on the
No
rotate.
players there
We got
yet.
some low HPs.
I see.
Leaf could easily take a timing through this Viper Orb.
Not just that, I mean, he's got a. If there's signs of life from EDG, if they just try and go
Dot
fast,
Unsaw
this one
Lucy,
he
thank you
has
so much for the 5
his
months.
own molly to try and slow them
I
down.
appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much for doing.
And Icy's now there with an aid. This looks like it has some danger to it, I'm not going to lie. There's a snake bite. Slowing down
We're
the
trying to
approach. It's the
bait
weakest
in the
player to a first
shorty.
through. They're trying to take that point of contact. Kang.
And the other guy
Separate
close
from
is
his
low
team
HP.
now. Oh, and weaving in and out. It's just spraying, then praying
And then we have a
away.
nade to stop
Rewarded,
this.
though. Coming up with the goods. Coverage has to be there, and it finally is. Valen shut down as he seeks to deny that plant.
Nade was strong though.
Keep an eye on Trent.
Brought Shishu down
Give
to
me
33
Trent.
health. And here comes a flank. This kill so important.
No
Ahead.
way.
Patience,
Whoa.
patience played. Trent barely there.
Oh,
Comes the
wingman
kill
just
in the
spotted down
end.
the corner.
And all this sound and pressure is being made as well. Simon doesn't know which way to look. So just throw
That was
plays
sick
a
from
bin.
Icy. Good
It's
decision making.
disaster for EDG. And Smoggy is the one who now has to pick up the pieces. 1v2. Time played, time ticking. Smoggy's out wide. A tap, a stick, coverage. Trent
Wow,
lands it.
man.
With a bullet
Nice
to the
round,
dome.
bro. Triple
It's an
stingers,
upset round in the
sheriffs.
making. Completed fully. Thrifty win to get that 10 for G2.
Doesn't Trent know
Double
it?
gun upgrade.
Feeding into the crowd there, knowing that they've just pulled off a huge one to stop that momentum. You could see that disaster occurring in slow motion.
Dude, that one
The
was a
weak
disaster.
players, like you mentioned,
That was
going
so
in
scary.
first, getting hit with the vulnerable as well. Leaf barely had to peek. and he caught that first kill onto nobody.
Mastercard Thrifty pushed G2 right back into it.
Look at this death ball from EDG. Nobody watching Sand, nobody watching Fountain. All 5 players grouped up on A to go
If
for a
Valen gets a
slightly
kill
delayed
here, though,
A
Valen
execute.
getting a kill could be everything. Money's really low.
It's overwhelming with the ults.
3 people still have to buy on it.
Tucked safely. Up in the smoke, underhanded with the nade again. This is going to be denying the
like
plan,
Wingman's
surely.
gonna tank.
Nobody, no way. Wingman survives.
Wow.
Inbruder back in the site, though.
With
That is
500
overzealous by
HP, is
Kang.
he?
And there was that punish inside. Thrash through and out
Oh,
of the Dane.
whoa.
And even now Simon, he's pulled it back out of nowhere.
Wait, he
Simon,
got
we've
3
gotta see
there.
that one again, somehow, somewhere. What was looking
Dude, there was so much going on.
Now.
This guy was top bench, right? Did they all just line up?
Opportunities spraying right through the wall. Simon finishes it with the secondary shorty.
1-9 loss bonus.
Hidden gem for the EDG team.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
He pushes through by the look of things and just swings back sight and deletes 3 of them. But he seems like it was very unexpected.
Oh, okay.
The replay
Damn.
as they're focused on retaking lamps. And he gets Trent in the
Dude, his
back.
timing's insane. That's some fast
Valen,
reset
Jonah P,
here.
Not there to deny.
That was impressive, though.
The target priority.
Even though they have
Doesn't
so
get
much
flustered,
util in their
doesn't get
hands, that
overwhelmed there
is
when he
so
sees 4
fast. That
players.
last kill as well,
Picks him off.
reset's really good.
Now at the top of the scoreboard for EDG, but still 3 behind. And last time,
It's so fast. I know it's
they
in slow-mo,
bungled it
but
on the anti-eco.
like actual speed,
They
it's
can't
incredibly
do that
fast.
again.
Blinded.
There's no pushback from EDG. They're not going for any stimmy plays off the rip to try and punish these orb pickups.
No, G2, despite losing the majority of the rounds in this half, have actually been blow for blow with ults.
Toxin screen down.
Basically because of what you're talking about, that ult or prioritization.
I don't like that. If you are EDG, you kind of need every advantage you can get if you're going to make this comeback.
Yeah, I mean, they're hitting where the double guns are.
Trent
Like the only
one
good
player
news
with
for
the
G2 at the
rifle, looking
moment.
to try to take contact against nobody, against Simon. The 2 initiators who are down to fight, down to scrap.
Played Leaf in. He's for the judge. Mosh now.
Well, we go for the old school. This is how
Maybe
teams
getting
used
through,
to
that's a
take
TP
B in the beta, though. Like double smokes here.
Wait,
Wait, they have no smokes.
Again, there's util into the back pocket of G2. Surely this doesn't happen again. Ring around the roses.
Wait, guys, they're in trouble. They're in trouble, I'm pretty sure.
TP once more. Surely not. Running them
Hey.
down. Classics in hand.
You have a
Really
Brimble.
just try
There's
and
low
stave
time.
away
No,
and play a
Valen,
bit
you
of
went down
patience.
here.
Around here by G2 to plant. It's tapped from behind. It's wrapped. The players are being picked to pieces. Nobody gets that plant down. At least they do
Dude,
have that
Valen
extension, but they've
stays
lost all
alive
semblance
there.
of map
Brimble,
control
that's a
here,
different
giving up
round.
Guns in the process. Top it up with the rifles. Swinging through. It's Leaf who trades it onto Simon. Slow down once more. Oh, fight. And a bullet. Just through the wall there. Leaf will survive. Trent walking in. The barrel betrays him. Nobody's down, and it's given an opportunity. In for the 1v1. Adjustment not there. Stands to the side. Wingman not being
Did
used.
Wingman to search for him.
Trent
Oh my, nicely done from Smoggy.
goes down to Smoggy. And EDG are still alive.
These
Oh, that was
anti-ecos
close,
are
bro.
so
Yeah, a couple of different
unbelievably
decisions
close. And
there.
some of
I
them,
think G2
you know,
win
like
that.
we saw earlier, going across the line.
I like what they were doing, though.
Smoggy's
The
the
rifle
saviour
shows
there
over
for
towards Hookah, and then they switch places
in
with the
the
judge.
final moment.
It's
There was
just the
another
fact
bullet
that
got dodged there for
EDG
EDG
used
as
like
well.
both
Had Valen been
smokes,
able to stay alive
and then they
for
called
but a moment,
cancel and go through the
strike
TP,
to try
like
to
as the
deny
smokes had
plant.
gone down.
I mean, the
And
way
this guy
that
just had
EDG are
no smokes to
celebrating
get
here,
any kind of map control over
you don't
towards
celebrate
TP.
like that usually for winning an anti-eco. That shows you how
Yeah,
close
that was
the
incredibly
scoreline
scary.
is and how much they want to get
Okay,
to
now
playoffs
the
right here, right now.
attack.
They need another
Fuck.
5.
The attack op comes out.
operator, the
Simon one away from his ult as well.
Investments from both teams.
Icy's pretty far away from the action though. Last time G2 double fought over showers, it did not go well.
Valen's got to be aware of that fact. Bursted through from the contact plays of EDG. Nobody is there alone though. This time, not too much more players alongside him.
This is one of those rounds too where you cannot afford to let Smoggy get into post.
Too much more players
What
alongside him.
Yeah, I'll times 2 after
This
this.
is one of those rounds too where you cannot afford to let Smoggy get into post plan. He's got Molly, he's got Orbital Strike.
Kostiev, don't get mad at me, bro. I can't do anything about that.
Might already be getting dangerous. EDG trying to feign and pull players out over towards B with the pressure Simon's there, but he's just one man. I mean, it just feels so fake that they already offload the Seekers.
Dude, the
G2 get full
Seekers just
awareness
completely
now.
wrecks the fake.
There's no hiding this intent of this EDG squad. They want to
Yeah,
land
we
over
have
towards
so
the A
many
site.
ults to delay the
Pivot
plant.
options might be there if they try and take the Showers TP, but Leaf is also going to be waiting.
That's a nice mosh
down a
pit.
tap.
And we
Full util
got...
that again, but the timing caught with Leaf.
Oh,
Bullet to the back.
oh, they
Simon
took
is
the
dropped,
TP
hit
and he's
is
already
earned,
popped his
and
ult.
finally played the TP to no
Oh, they're
avail.
cooked, man.
And you
EDG
gotta
are so
scurry, you gotta
done
run
here.
away now.
As long as Valen actually just uses his
Brimmo
ult
is
here,
just
they're
going
all
to close
good.
this out. They've got absolutely no chance of getting the plant down.
Yeah, they got no
Not
chance
enough
again.
done preemptively to pull all this util out. It will take miracles, but again, like you said, orbital strike, primed, ready, nobody pushed back. 7 seconds, 6, down to 5, 4. There needs to be a plan online, but the time is lost against them. EDG, no more
Leaf might
chances,
clean them
no
up.
more opportunities. And the 11th round concatenated up now by G2.
Close and closer to closing out this match. G2 have weathered the storm on Haven, are currently weathering a comeback on Bind after a 9-3 half, but EDG forced to take the tag timeout. They just got outplayed here. That lurk, which was supposed to be their plan B, completely getting shut off by Leaf.
See,
The
just be
timing around
confident,
his
bro.
Viper
Hold
Orb
your
lovely.
space. These
Not enough to sell it. Just Simon alone, who's just dumping his util over to the one side to see if they can open up A.
EDG have actually managed to get themselves an ult advantage now, but they're 3 rounds behind.
The last one, I'm pretty sure.
Away from having to drop down to that lower bracket of their group.
You still have one.
G2 have burnt some
Seekers,
big
bro, the
ults.
timing of the Seekers here was everything.
Are good for plan denial. I mean, the orbital strike.
Yeah, they're just using their
It was a great
util over
investment
towards
from
B
Valen.
to fake it, and the Seekers
Absolutely
just
secured
go
the round.
on
They
everyone
can't
in
sit
showers, one on
as
short.
passively, and they also can't be burning up their utility early on too. Valen used his molly early in the round there because he knew he could always rely on his ult to plant deny. Now you've got to try to save stuff like that. And Icy, I think, is going to be particularly important if G2 want to
Oh yeah,
close.
×2, I forgot.
He's got to find himself in the right place. He can't rotate around so much. He's got to open his hand. He needs to be there to stop any push from EDG that shows up. Got to find value. Has to be posted up. I think EDG is more important than ever to dodge this off. Follow the utility that doesn't get broken. Try to push through smokes because he's not going to be up in behind a big smoke.
He might be running straight into it. Leaf committing his own orb here. Be used to cut up any sort of aggression in through and out of hookah. Sees it. Signs
Oh,
up
he
twice
missed-
as well. The horn.
missed the jump down.
Proud, I should say. Excuse me. Shot missed. Orbital strike. Out and around here. Icy with the rocket.
No way.
Insanity with the move.
Yeah, 55
Kang
HP. Kang did good, man.
dodged
Really
and
good.
ducked and weaved. The fast
Also,
play
the
from
util
G2
was
will be
nice from
punished for volleying
EDG.
the feet.
Look at this
Cooking them
cleanup.
alive in the process, but the
No
rifles
messing
are the
about
one
on this.
to claim the
Lot
day.
of
Simon
ults.
delivers all that damage. Valen, too much to
That was
overcome.
pretty
A
fast.
rapid play by EDG.
But like, we're still on 2x speed with
Lovely
most of
punish
this
as
round.
well.
They're
You
kind
know
of
that the operator
down
is not
pretty
gonna be in
heavy
that
with their
spot. You
guns.
just
There's
heard
2
the
people
Viper
that are
Orb
fully
go down at
wrecked
the beginning of
money-wise.
the round. And not just that, Leaf beefed his movement. I mean, if Leaf manages to jump out of hookah there backwards and get that snakebite off, maybe this could be different. Maybe Kang could have been shut down on the route out. As it was,
Oh, 5
make
is
one
sick.
mistake, the whole house of cards falls down. That's what Valorant's like at this level. And G2, that mistake has now caused them to be on an eco. A 4-stack over towards B, exact opposite side that EDG are going for.
Going so much
This is looking
faster
like
now.
the gap might close to 1.
So much
A lot of
faster.
presence
All the
now and
ults are getting
pressure.
used.
It's applied over towards the A site. G2 have been good at least denying some portion of this one when they're on the right ecos, but the players are not in the right places at the right times. I see. It's definitely going to be falling here. Satchels. Bullets flying his way. Ult's even committed here.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, nobody feeling like he has to use it to try and clean up most of this round. Maybe just evidence, I think, of the frantic nature that EDG are operating under. It should be cleaned up. Should be. Carrying a lot of weight. Valen, though, isolated into this spot. Tries to pre-fire it into the corner. And rifle. Bouncing and hopping up.
The only thing is G2 should be pretty happy.
EDG,
The main
they
2
are crawling
ults, like
closer
if we
to
look
equalising,
here,
at least in this map.
very far away.
The lead is
Kankan's done
looking
pretty good to get this
very-
one close. They used ult into the round before this, so
Very rough here for G2.
yeah, I would be okay with this round.
On a nice edge, only 1 round separating these 2 teams.
Yeah, out of all the rounds to lose, this
A little
one's like not
focus
too
there in
bad
terms
at
of
all.
how they use their ults.
Lofa, thank you so much, bro.
I think you needed to
Thanks
save
so much, man. I
those
hope the watch party
for
was
some
good.
big rifle rounds that
I think
are
you got
coming
somewhere
up.
to be.
Burning them on the anti-eco when you'd already got the plant down. G2 are going to take a tag timeout, so EDG have some time to think about this, but I think that's a bit of a waste, personally. EDG
Rush away, so fine.
losing a potential ace up their sleeve.
Thank you
that
for the
could've
raid,
been
bro. If you ever
so
watch this back,
helpful
or
in
see
these
it.
final few rounds.
But for now,
Okay, last
like you
timeout
said,
used.
half ahead here. They forced
Again,
G2
I still think
to take
G2 are in
this
an
tag
okay
timeout.
position considering the amount of ults that were used
G2
into that. We just
one of
had
the
2
answers,
rounds where they used 2
despite
ults
how
into
close
both
some of
rounds.
these eco rounds have been, G2's money has just been getting knocked down consistently. Lunch money stolen, shoved into a locker.
It's been the new kid, Simon, who's been doing a lot of the shoving. Just moved to this school.
God,
So fun never
It's a quarterback
raids.
too.
Wait, is this his first raid?
the size of him.
Omrod, thank you for doing that, dude.
13.
It's there to get Wolf. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for doing that as well, bro. Appreciate the support, mate.
EDG, moving
Welcome into the
calling
Slug
over to
Club.
nobody,
Okay, chat. Here we go.
and it's working.
Official
It has
10-11.
breathed new life into EDG.
Money would be 2-9 lost
They are
bonus, so
close,
these 3 ain't
so
buying
close
next.
to pulling off this comeback. It was 9-3 at the half.
EDG past 2
You can
rounds
see
gone
it on
really
your screens.
fast.
Only 2 rounds gained for G2.
Oh yeah, so, and that's
That's a
pretty
one
much
that
the
goes
reason why
amiss.
people go for this
to clear
lineup,
out
right?
through the
People
top
go from
section
this
of the
lineup
long.
because it's so much easier to hit than this one.
Bit more uncertainty now into the step of EDG.
Like
Two
that,
players
that is a
spotted
hard
there.
lineup.
Trailblazer G2 getting some good information.
Simon's got to be cautious here. There is a possibility that a Thrash could end up coming through the teleport. You see that G2 are looking to clear out short.
They're
Here
going
comes
for it.
that Thrash.
Yep, reclear. Detainment catches on to
Just
it again.
gets
There's
round
that
the corner.
reinforcement
Here
arriving.
comes the
EDG, they're gonna
cavalry.
try and put a stop to this one. Nade around
Bro,
IC.
it's been
He
insane,
won't be
man. A
denied.
little bit quiet
The
on the
line is drawn in the
defense half up
sand.
until now.
And any sort of
Absolute
challenge,
shots.
he will swat you away.
What a beast. G2's going to try to make the difference on the other side of the map. He's found this lurk timing just as G2 have backed off. Could this be the moment? Could they maybe try to turn this
Sound bait. It's a
2v5?
sound bait. Valens holding, but still loses the fight. Jumping around, that's a
Oh.
pit into the spawn. Trying to grant him a bit of that space and luxuries, even if they can get into the A side. 2 versus 4 still here for EDG.
The double push coming out from Leaf and Icy is going to be fast onto this. They've planted, not for the pit, not for backside, but exactly for the flank.
It's going to be
And
delayed
he
here.
drops the pit
They
with
have
that.
planted for that flank occurring, this fight. Contact plays, shoulder to shoulder. They split themselves up. Smoggy is alone and isolated. All comes down to this timing. Does he win this fight out?
Weird because he's going to get shot from
Can he
short at
make it
one
a
point.
possibility across their placement? Not ideal.
5,
And Icy,
ace.
one more for the ace denied from that, yet still the damage has
Still,
been done.
what a time
G2
to
It's a
step up.
1v3, no util left to his name. The diffuse already tapped, stuck all the way.
Okay, solid, man.
G2.
They used their last
The
ult with that
top
one.
round is
The only one
earned,
person who
it's
might be
under
close
their
to an
belt,
ult is
and now
Kang.
one
2
more step
chances.
is all they need to take.
It's a beautiful setup, the G2 run. You saw that happening
mean,
live.
Is
Boomer comes out,
this is
Smoke
just straight up
realizing this
individual, man.
space.
He satchels past
He's
the
not
flash.
even that great with the first spray onto nobody, but then the readjustment shakes
Yeah, I
himself
mean, that
off,
third
and
shot is
every
beautiful
shot
as well.
after that was perfection.
You are insane.
He's playing incredibly right now.
Yeah, I mean, he is playing really good.
Definitely one of Icy's best games at a time when G2 needed it desperately. If this
Yeah,
was
two,
Icy
two of
putting
them,
up
and this is the
even
round
his
where they're going to
normal
have no
performance,
ults. Icy
EDG
as well,
would
we'll
probably
keep
have already
talking
won
about him
this
because he's
map.
going to have his ult in
They
one
have
kill or
needed
one orb. You see him over
the
towards
duelist to
showers.
become a star.
So if there is pressure elsewhere,
He stepped up to
he's
it.
getting this orb.
As you've already mentioned, 22 kills. Not the current kill leader. Simon holds that title, but matters not.
Makes
if
a
you
lot
end
of sense
up
from
losing the
EDG.
series. If you end up
Looking
losing
at it, they're like, well, he's one away
this
from
map.
ult, so we've got to just fight over towards the
on the
sides.
precipice now, G2.
Would be nice to take it away from him.
It's a stalwart hold. The defensive setup. Icy's primed and ready.
Kang is going to pick up the ult orb here. If we see nobody bringing the spike back over towards A, then G2's read on this. might
The
end up
Prowler
paying
goes in as
dividends.
well for them to
Okay,
make
Kang
it look like they're
retreats.
a little bit further
Icy's in a
control.
spot where he
Question
could
mark
have
over
got
towards
one,
showers.
popped his ult,
That's the only bit of map control they have so
absolutely
far. They don't have
ruined
any
an
of this
execute
yet.
from showers. EDG may not even realize it, but they've just
Flash
dodged
goes
a
out
massive
towards
bullet
long,
here
doesn't
by
hit
making the
anyone,
swap
so the
over towards B.
3-person stack stays strong
Trent
from
runs
G2.
over, trying
What
to
is this?
reinforce
What
the
happened
site.
here?
They've
This
realized
guy
at
hears
this
no
point,
sound
it's
and
probably where
he tells
EDG
them
are
to
at.
It's
rotate.
going to be needed. Exactly right here with 30 seconds onto the clock. This is do or die for EDG.
Yeah, Jonah P has no Uto now, just gun in hand the whole time.
Massively. Molly's rebounding off to the side, but Jonah P not caught out still. It's played in to perfection here with the satchels in play. Nobody. Plant's going to be stuck swinging a wide lead with 2 out through the hookah. G2 denies. And Icy is left to do the most in this spot in a 1v3.
Weird, because he kind of should save.
Very little information, just a name.
He kind of should save, but he wants his ult.
Jumping from nobody.
In an ideal world, you like want to save but get a kill.
Take a look at the credits here. 50 for Valen, 450 for Jonah P.
Yeah,
Maybe going here is like the play.
That fight, earn up the ult for the next.
It's because if you lose that gun, and
playing
mess
the
it
long
up.
con.
And you're right, it is possible that having the ult online may end up making more of a difference in round 24. But we can't know that.
I mean,
Played for the weaponry.
This is just insane.
The Stim Beacon double blast pack from Kangkang absolutely broke Jonah P's
Yeah,
he
just saw him just like sail by him to the back of sight.
Past him like a bullet train.
And then this guy's just like, well, that's an easy kill. Like Kangkang did so good here. Like, you know how you can look at a duelist score and be like, well, they didn't have a good game. This round right here was won by Kangkang and Space Made. That's it. That's the only reason they win that.
Round 24. It's do or die. OT will knock down to the lower section of your group. And ults are now online here for G2.
I brought over towards B. Flash goes down as well. They don't see anyone.
Through the teleport.
Icy picks up his orb. He wants to ult. He's sending it. Goes through the TP. Got an ult on ult.
Right there forwards. He's already taken that timing, and now you might have some difficulties even getting the
value.
value. But now, tucked to the corner.
That's Spike.
Expecting that nobody was going to be placed there.
And that's the spike. They've got to be aware of this timing that Shishu could have taken. Valen, Icy, they know this is a possibility.
Big Joel.
Lambs.
Should be it, right?
Head ripped clean off Simon and Smoggy.
Valen, one more smoke.
Last 2 to remain, but they're up versus 4. And it's to stay alive in the series. What can they truly
Broke down to showers,
do?
committed out to sight. They tapped.
Bait out some presence from G2, baiting out a response.
Look at this guy.
They don't take it.
Look at Jonah P.
They let them stew, and the plant is down. Smoke in the face of Icy, a bit of
It's
spam.
weird situation.
Spraying away,
should Skydog, but I would understand why you wouldn't
from
want
behind
it.
now, Trailblazer out and away, only the one contact.
And now you just stay alive.
Jiggle Speak is good here. Sees a little bit better, and a fight taken, squared up to Simon. He
Simon
wins it.
did insane, bro.
Potentially there, but the position is so damn obvious. EDG would need a miracle.
Oh.
They need it now. Smoggy to deliver, potentially.
Oh.
No. G2.
Shout out to Valen, man. Really good round from him. Utility good as well. Dude, what a game. G2 make it through. Yeah, what an absolute game this was. It was awesome.
Amazing.